I was ready to be upset today. I was ready to give me a good rant going because I'm gonna go out and listen to everybody complain about Aiden O'Connell and how we're stuck with him, and because everybody was pissed off, right? Before this, people were up at arms. We stopped watching so many of these shows because these guys were so far up in arms that we just got frustrated with the irritation and how angry we were. A lot of us did anyway. Most of the people here did. And there's a decent amount of people here. We got 35 subscriptions. Anyway, we thought it living in the reality of the graphs. We weren't throwing our hands at people and hollering at how bad our quarterback was and getting upset at the mention of AOC. Not graphic. What's that guy? Wasted Time. Waste sounds a decent dude. I used to watch him and respect what he was saying, but over this Aiden O'Connell thing, at the mention of Aiden O'Connell's name, he used to just fire off and just get the hell out of here with that. And he got frustrated and I started watching him too. But I wanted to go around and get his senses. And when I got to him, I was flambasted on what I heard from him. He said, this was like the first thing I heard him say because he was making his response. He said, I'd rather have Aiden O'Connell starting. I said, what the hell did I just say? What the hell did I just hear? What did you say? And then he finished what he said. I'd rather have Aiden O'Connell starting if it's close enough between him and Gardner Minshew because it's better for us to get Aiden out there because he's young and we can get that. See where his ceiling is. Sounding logical than a motherfucker, right? Alright. People can come around. So, I see the silver and black today. They'll be pissed off. Nice and pissed off. Let's go watch them so I can get some more content to be pissed off at them about. And they start talking. And it's the same thing. Well, we're going to be a strong team because of all the pieces around them. And Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew are both winning quarterbacks. And I really don't feel like we should be worried about where the Raiders are at because they have serviceable quarterbacks. And we're really not sure what you get in Aiden O'Connell. So they're not really in that bad of shape. I talked to that dude and I said, we weren't going to draft a quarterback. And, of course, I said, we're not going to draft a quarterback. And when we don't, remember Guru told you. And then he wrote back, likewise, which I thought was a good comeback. It was pretty smug, but it was pretty cool. But we're not talking about the comeback. So, these two people I was going to. I went to find Sanji because he was all over Aiden too, but I couldn't find anything about him. But what I've observed and what I've drawn from it is you guys should get your seats ready. I got the keys and we're about to start up the bandwagon, okay? Because there's no other way to go. Once everybody then jumped off the whole, we're going to hate the team thing, and start coming around to, okay, well, this is where we are, and let's start accepting it and hoping to figure out how we can make the best out of it. So they know that that's where we are and that's what they're needing to deal with, and they've come back to reality. And now, in reality, Aiden's not a bad quarterback, is he? In reality, we did win a good amount of games with him, didn't we? Now everybody's looking back at reality after the draft is done, and I guess the dream is over and everybody's starting to wake up. When those of us who, I guess, stayed out of La La Land knew that most of that stuff was a dream, we knew we couldn't get Jaden Daniels. And if you watch the Hondo thing, they decided early that we weren't going to get Jaden Daniels. They decided early that if it wasn't one of Jaden Daniels, he didn't say necessarily the other one, but I believe he was trying to say Jaden Daniels or Caleb Williams. They said that he looked into that early And it wasn't going to happen at that point, which means it wasn't going to happen at all unless someone called them back and said, well, let's revisit what we spoke of earlier. Which no one was going to do, and they were never going to go after Michael Penix. They were not going to go after anyone. It was either Jaden, Caleb, or nothing. But that's kind of, I've digressed. Anyway, the keys are in my hand, and we are starting up the bandwagon because there's nowhere else to go but to start backing the quarterback for your team, which it should have been doing the whole time. There's nowhere else to go but hope for the best and root for our team and think that our quarterback can be successful. There's nothing left but the reality of we're fans, he's our quarterback, and we should support him and hope for the best out of him, not expect the worst out of him, and try to force the worst on him. So now he's going to be good. I mean, we are understanding what he did now. If you watch the video, he's telling you about how respected Aiden O'Connell is around the league because of what he done under AP and the 5 wins that he got. The people who we listen to, or who I listen to, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube, they don't know what they're talking about. We just listen to them because they got decent personalities and they got different views. It used to be that way, and you listen to everybody's different angle on things, and you can absorb it and digest it and make, your own opinion on it. And then just enjoy the fact that you're hearing other things that make you go, Arsenio. But you and I both enjoyed this stuff until they all started doing the same thing, hating on Aiden O'Connell. Now, they're going to start bandwagoning. Yeah. So you guys get your seats. You know what I'm saying? Get ready, get comfortable. Let's make sure we're getting up in the front for the ride. Because this season is going to be a wonderful ride. Wonderful. We will not be stopped. If Getsky can really design an offense like the team believes he can, if we have the most talented wide receiver room in the league, that's agreed by a lot of people in the league. If it's not number one, it's no lower than number 3, and I would believe that that's league wide. No one can doubt that. We got the best, if not the second best receiver in the league, which of course, as Raider fans, we think he is the best. And the most underrated wide receiver 1 in the league, because otherwise he wouldn't be our wide receiver 2. I mean, the dude had 71 catches and over right around 1,000 yards. I think it was 800. But still, that's baller on other teams. That's decent wide receiver 1 numbers. Considering the fact he threw 2 touchdowns and ran for another one. You know what I'm saying? So then we go out and got tight end 1, the first almost Gronkowski to come out in a long time, in Michael Mayers. And then we go ahead and get our 1A in Brock Bowers, the other second best tight end to come out of college since Rob Gronkowski. The only difference between those two, I think Brock Bowers has more expectations on his shoulders, but outside of that, they're both very talented. They're both fast, and they're both talented blockers at this stage, and they're only going to get more talented. So, and then we don't really know what we have in our running back room, but we'll see what happens. We know we got Zeus and the power, so we got that for sure. We got this new dude, Lobby. I'm putting my stock on this dude. Now, I could be wrong about him, but I seen what he can do in college. And what I liked about him the most is that he has hands and route running ability. That would be freaking scary. Could you imagine? Could you imagine a running back with the route running ability that this guy has if you look at his film? Just imagine a running back like Ed McCaffrey. I'm not comparing him to that just because they're both white. Okay. Just imagine that though. Imagine we get our own Ed McCaffrey. Because now we got a tight end. What if we have two tight ends set, right? Then we motion Brock out too, so now we got 3 wide receivers set. And then we bring Brock into the backfield, right? And tight end set. And then we take our H-back and we fold him, and then now he's in the slot, right? And all of that stuff is possible with the team we got put together. It could be extremely awesome. Aiden is my boy, and he has absolutely no excuse. If he doesn't succeed, it's because he didn't succeed. There's not anything about any piece around him that is in question. Like, legitimately, everything is there for him. And including a defense that's going to crush people and is happy to do so. Defense that was number 1 defense last year, they got better this year. It's going to be incredible for the Raider fans, baby. We got a good year coming. And you guys, come up front so you can get some safety belts, get you some cushions. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get comfortable on this bandwagon that's coming on. Because if Aiden performs the way we believe he can, if he performs the way he did in college, just like they expect people to do when they get here, if he can do 85% of what he did in college, we could be unfreaking stoppable. And if he's all that he was in college and comes all the way what he is in this league, we'll be destructive. Because if he'll be able to, because right now all he has to do is just run the offense. If he can keep his hand on top of everything and get it to where it's going, the way it's supposed to be going, we can do this. And that's only at 85%. If he's at 100% of what he was in college, if he puts it all together with all these freaking weapons around him, with that type of arm, the talent, the brain, and then he's been working out, come on, man. There ain't nothing to do but be happy. There ain't no way to go but up. There's nothing to think will happen but that Aiden O'Connell and the Las Vegas Raiders will succeed because we got everything we need. And if it's not Aiden O'Connell and the Las Vegas Raiders, then it better be Gardner Minshew and the Las Vegas Raiders. But we got everything we need around either one of those quarterbacks. And, of course, I believe it's going to be Aiden quarterback. Ain't no quarterback. Anyway, of course, that's what I believe. A lot of you out there listening to me, whom I appreciate, all of them, know that Aiden O'Connell's going to be there he's going to be like the centerpiece on the bus. You're going to have him painted on the side, on the bandwagon. You're going to say Super Bowl or bus on the other side of the bandwagon. And, I don't want to be too braggadocious about it, but I'm going to drive the daggone bandwagon. Everybody out there, hop on this mug and get yourself a comfortable seat because it's going to be full up by the time we get to the season. And then I saw something someone said online that I think is not all that far away. There might be Aiden O'Connell rush to where he gets fans off of other teams just because casual football fans might start becoming aware of what he's doing because we might be that explosive. There is a chance of that. There is nothing that presents itself on the field that would give us a reason to think that anything other than extreme success should be coming our way. And of course, every team must feel that way in the beginning of the season. But we got the best reason to feel that way. And what's the best reason? The best defense. And that's what we got. The best defense in the league under Antonio Pierce. And it's gotten better. And it's going to be coached longer. And there's going to be more cohesion under a system that everybody gets to get used to for an extended amount of time before the season comes popping. Everybody's going to be shea and step when it comes to the route running on the offense, and Aiden going to be popping them off as if what I expect to happen happens, and it's just going to be a monstrous season. Aiden really going to be featured in the offense, but Aiden is such a genuine, ice cold, just quarterback person that he just loves to give off credit. He doesn't want to take any of the credit. He always just says, my job is to get the ball there because they're going to make great plays. I just got to get the ball in position so that they can make those plays. How humble. How humble. Anyway, but seriously, he going to get it down. The bandwagon's going to start rolling. Y'all all got some seats. Watch these fools in the back while they holding on to the tailpipe talking about, I always liked them. The tailpipe's hot. It's going to be a good time. And let's just get ready to watch the view of me, you, the O'Connell. What the hell is wrong with me? Aiden O'Connell defenders bus is rolling out. Let's hop on and watch them suckers hold on for the ride. Guru out.